Are we in the show? Yeah, Jupiter boys.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Jupiter Boys. My name's Jim Jupiter.
My name's Quinn Jupiter.
We're two boys. We're from the planet Jupiter. Each week we get together and we have conversations.
So you can sit on your butt.
Yep.
You can sit right in that lazy boy couch.
I mean, like, you can sit on your butt anytime. Our conversations really aren't needed. So it's kind of a nonsensical, thing.
But if we find out, if we find out you're not sitting on your butt, there's
while
gonna be
you're listening
hell
to this,
pay.
Good God, if you are walking around or even worse, exercising while listening to this,
Jesus,
you're probably
God
going to
help
die a horrible death. I'm just saying.
I'd say.
Because you're going to be laughing so hard that you're going to screw up whatever you're doing. You drop that gigantic dumbbell on your head. And,
That's very true.
You end up breathing through a straw for the rest of your life.
That's very true.
So, welcome to our comedy podcast. In it, we flip a coin of truth to decide who goes first in the topic-a-thon. That's the thing that we do to decide whose topic goes first. And Quinn, which side of this coin of truth would you like, black or yellow?
Black, please.
It's the yellow side, which is bad for me.
Which is not good news.
It's not
for you.
It's not ideal. Not ideal. It's funny because like we haven't done this in the morning in quite a while. I'm so peppy and alert.
Weird.
I am so like on my game today. Like, what is this? Like, is this what being like in a rational state of mind is like?
Well, because we always do it right after work, and we're both just exhausted.
Completely exhausted, done with the world.
Just no energy.
We're both
just the lowest. Like
we're both just loading a revolver with a single bullet. Okay, so
dark.
my topic on that note is a sort of like. I mean, it's sort of Jim's questions about movies in a slight way.
Ooh.
But it's not really questions about movies. I kind of want to do that thing. You know how, like, on Twitter every now and then, somebody will post 4 pictures of, like, 4 directors or 4 actors, and they're like, you have to cut one and, like, everything they've ever made. Which one, right?
Yeah.
And I want to do that with you. Because you have, like, very particular directors that you enjoy. And
that's right. Yeah.
And I want to kind of like push you to, So I'm gonna say, if you had to cut, and this is probably some sort of like a version of a topic we've done probably 6 times by now, but let's just do it anyway. So if you had to cut one of the following 4 directors, Tarantino. Christopher Nolan.
Oh.
Maybe Wes Anderson.
Okay.
And I don't know, what's one that you would like have a really hard time picking from? Give me one more of your favorite directors.
Fuck. The guy who did Arrival, he also did Sicario. He's an amazing director. I'm blanking on his name. It's French. Oh boy, he's like one of my favorite directors. It's terrible that I can't remember his name.
Is it the same guy who did Eternal Sunshine? Michel Gondry?
No. Okay. No, it's not Michel Gondry. No.
Okay.
But it's a French name.
Oh, Philip something? Jean.
I'm gonna look it up. It's just 1 second.
Yeah.
Sorry to derail the show. I just gotta.
That's okay. Yeah, no, it's bugging me now too. And the listeners are listening with bated breath on the edge of their seats.
And like they're literally shouting into their phones. They're like, Denis Villeneuve, he's doing the Dune remake. He's doing the Dune reboot.
Villeneuve, bud. Like, come on,
Villeneuve.
You should know this. Villeneuve.
I said Denis Villeneuve.
It's not Villeneuve. It's Villeneuve.
Villeneuve, right?
Villeneuve.
Whatever.
It's French.
Villeneuve. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
So yeah. He's great. He's a good director. So I'd probably cut Tarantino, to be honest, out of all those ones.
What if you replace Villeneuve with Scorsese?
Okay, I'd delete Scorsese.
Really?
I'll control delete.
You don't like you. So with in Tarantino versus Scorsese, you choose Tarantino.
Well, because I watched more Tarantino movies as a kid than I did
You just
than
have
I did.
so you're
the
just using
Scorsese.
you're allowing your personal bias to
I'm
just
allowing my
completely take
personal
control.
bias, but at the end of the day, Jim, that's all movie reviewing is, and that's all. Like movies to everybody has a different meaning, because so that some people might not enjoy Scorsese as much as they like Tarantino. It's just like it's just based on how you grew up and which movies you watched more when you were a kid.
Okay.
I think that's the whole essence of movie reviewing.
I mean, I wasn't watching Casino as a child. I just think that like Scorsese objectively is a better director. I really do. Like I think like
Tarantino rips off a lot of stuff, but
yeah, I just think like you can like Tarantino style and you can like Scorsese style. I just think that Scorsese makes a better movie, like a better crafted movie.
The Irishman was just exhausting though. Good.
It was long. It was very long.
Way too long. I don't know. Cut like 45 minutes out of it, and it's perfect.
Yeah, you probably could have. But I mean, it was a good movie. It's very good.
I like The Departed the best. That's my favorite one. I think that's my favorite Scorsese movie.
I would say like,
but I really like
up between Casino and Goodfellas.
I really like Goodfellas, especially the scene when George Harrison's What Is Life is playing, when he's like sketching out and looking at the helicopter. He's like stirring the spaghetti. He's like, they're watching me. They're watching me, man.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to take Tarantino. You flip me on this. I'm gonna take out Tarantino.
So we're dropping Tarantino. Okay, that's good.
Because holy fuck, I'm rewatching Tarantino. Just a bit of a sidebar. I'm rewatching Tarantino movies lately, and man, oh man, the guy just cannot stop showing women's feet.
I know.
And specifically the bottom of it. And I'm like, dude, stop. Just stop.
He likes
please.
The soles of women's feet. Like he's got a foot fetish. And I mean,
it's
like,
dirty. They're always dirty. They're never clean.
That's his thing. Like he likes the dirty feet. It's gross. It's real gross.
It's very gross.
I mean, but let's not yuck anybody else's yum.
That's true. But do you have to put your yums in a movie? Do you have to put your yums in every single one of your movies?
It's his fucking movie. And now, at this point, if you're watching it, you expect to see some dirty souls. I mean,
speaking of which, I'm going to tell you this joke about Bong Joon-ho, who just won his first Oscar for Parasite.
Yes.
Should have won an Oscar long ago. He's a phenomenal director.
Okay.
So anyways, in Snowpiercer, there's a scene where these executioners have to they dip their axes in fish guts before they attack the people. And Harvey Weinstein was like, no, we're not including that scene in the movie. And Bong Joon-ho was like, well, my father was a fisherman, so I feel like it's very essential to the plot of the movie, and it's essential to my heritage to have this scene in the movie. And then asked about it in interviews, Bong Joon-ho was like, nah, I never had a fisherman father. My father was a fucking successful businessman. Like, I completely lied. I just wanted a weird fish gutting scene in my movie. And there was Harvey was so fucking stupid that he let me do it. Like, he just completely lied about it.
That's
which
I
think is the best version of Tarantino's bottom of the feet, because
that's very good. But now you must stop. Now you must
Yes.
stop, because I have the next question about movie. You've got to eliminate the work of Chris Evans.
Chris Evans,
or
just a twofer?
No, it's gonna be 4 again. So Chris Evans.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, fuck, I lost one. God damn, it was all super. Oh, Hugh Jackman. It's all gonna be superheroes. Ian McKellen.
Okay.
Or let's say the last one will be Patrick Stewart. Let's do Patrick Stewart.
Sorry, Evans. You're the weakest
really?
of them. Well,
you're gonna drop Chris Evans. So you lose
that
Scott
eliminates
Pilgrim versus the World. You lose.
Yeah. You lose. I lose the Avengers movies.
Not another teen.
Never
movies. Mind. Not another teen movie.
But if I get rid of Ian McKellen, then I lose
half of
Lord
stage
of the Rings.
history.
I lose half of stage history. I lose a lot of great movies.
Yep.
So, but at the same time, I don't know if I would be that upset that I lost the Lord of the Rings movies, because I've seen them so many times.
Yeah, but they would have never existed. So you would have never gotten them.
Would have never gotten the Lord of the Rings, but you'd still have the books, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So, I mean, and what's to say that in the future they won't just make a new television series or actual movie with the Lord of the Rings? You know, if Ian McKellen doesn't exist, then maybe down the line they will adapt that property into a movie. I mean,
Right.
it's not far-fetched to think.
But I
So-
mean, like, I just think that, like, the amount that Ian McKellen has done, like the fact that
Yeah,
he's like a
it's true.
literal knight, like he's Sir Ian McKellen.
But what about Patrick Stewart? You'd get rid of all the X-Men movies. You get
Next gen.
and same with Ian McKellen. Well,
And you'd lose
Well-
Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Next Generation, you'd lose fucking.
Okay, so
all
it's Hugh
sorts of
Jackman then.
movies.
It's got to be
It's
Hugh
Hugh Jack-
Jackman.
But then, yeah, I mean that loses pretty much every single X-Men movie. So
But so does Ian
That's
McKellen
rough.
and Patrick Stewart. So I mean, like,
well,
if
Ian
you're just
McKellen and Patrick
sacrificing
Stewart are only in a few of them. Hugh Jackman's in like 18
every
of them
single
or some
one.
shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he like made a cameo in like 18 straight in one. In like it was just like what? That's insane. That's too many. That's too much Wolverine, bro.
That's too much X-Men. That's too
So it's
many.
gotta be Jackman.
That's too many.
It's
X-Men.
gotta be Jackman though, because you
yeah.
get rid of Australia, you get rid of Greatest Showman, you get rid of, a
Hit
lot
the
of
road,
just
Jack,
stinkers.
man.
Yeah. Huge Ackman.
Are you kidding? Huge Ackman. I can't remember what that's from,
Me either.
but it was great. All right, that's the end of the
Okay.
topic.
That's the other topic. Wow, that was a good one, Jim. I like that one. That one got me on my movie brain toes.
All right, what time is it, Quinn? Because I'm going first, because I got a bong this time.
It's time for the mid-show smoke break. It's the time we smoke in the middle of the show. It is also very sonically unpleasant, but we do it anyways.
We have a complete and utter disregard for our listening audience.
We don't
As-
care about your music tastes or if you like this at all. I'm gonna smoke now.
All right. I'm coughing a little bit, but I guess I'll take over at this point. You see, Quinn and I have a hard time being with each other, talking to each other, completely sober and free of intoxicants.
So we have to.
Yeah, it's to top us up mid-show so that we're ready, we're primed and ready for the next topic. Speaking of which, Quinn,
Yes.
it is your turn.
Thank you, Jim. I am very excited to bring
shouldn't be.
you.
You shouldn't be. We do this every fucking week. Like, why would you have any excitement at this point?
Well, Jim, it's because I'm bringing back a very old and loved segment.
Oh no, it's probably not loved.
Step on into my time machine. We'll have some fun in history. It's Quinn's History Corner.
Quinn's History Corner is filmed in front of a live studio audience of one sleeping man. Okay, Quinn, what do you got for me in the history corner this week? What have you
Today, Jim.
Wikipedia'd
What have I wiki?
rudimentarily researched?
I have
this week?
rudimentally researched this week L. Ron Hubbard's military record in World War II.
Okay, yeah, because I'm pretty sure he claims, or at least Scientology claims, that he's like this like decorated war hero that was like incredibly, powerful and prominent in World War II.
That's correct. So my roommate the other, it relates to this. So
Okay.
my roommate came in the other day to my apartment, just burst into the door, home from work, and he said, "Google L. Ron Hubbard, World War II." And I said, "L. Ron Hubbard, the founder of Scientology?" He goes, "No, L. Ron Hubbard, the World War II hero." And I'm like,
Oh.
yeah. I'm like, I don't think that, like, I'm pretty sure L. Ron Hubbard is the founder of Scientology.
Oh,
He's
no,
like, no. He was in World War II.
They got
he
him.
didn't know.
They got your brother. I mean, they got your roommate. They got him. The Scientologists tricked him into
The
thinking that L. Ron
Scientologists
Hubbard
tricked him.
was
No,
like
but
a legitimate
but
person.
then he wanted to give me this, like, so strangely the U.S. Navy and the Church of Scientology have produced drastically different accounts of Hubbard's
Right.
military career.
Of
This
course.
is off Business Insider. In one version, Hubbard was a college graduate and Purple Heart recipient. Another narrative shows Hubbard was 2 years shy of finishing college and minimal military training. And so basically, what happened was he had a big standoff with a bunch of boats, or submarines, 2 submarines off the coast of where is it? Panama or something like that. He's off the coast of Panama, and he's having this battle with these 2 submarines, and it goes on for like 48 hours, 36 hours, something ridiculous. And
that's not that ridiculous. That's a couple days.
Well, no, he's having this standoff really close to shore, and it's like there's a very good chance that he could have blown up a lot of people. Like, he's just being drastically irresponsible. And it turns out there was no evidence that a submarine was there at all. Not one, not 2, none. So he was shooting at nothing. He was
just firing at like the ocean, just being a dick.
Yeah, and then he started writing like all sorts of weird like he started writing all sorts of weird like, oh, like this is my military record is pristine, and I deserve the Purple Heart, and I deserve this. And they were like, what the fuck, man? You shot at nothing. Yeah. We can prove you shot at nothing. So wow. And it was so surprising for me to read that about L Ron Hubbard when I had no idea he was even in the military at all.
Yeah. So did your roommate believe that L Ron Hubbard was like a war hero?
No. He wanted to share with me that story, that specific story of history.
Was, like, just firing at nothing. Yeah,
he was firing at fucking
this is like
nothing.
The thing is like. It's okay. So first of all, I just want to point out that this was a lot like Drunk History, only you're completely sober and just bad at recounting history.
Well, I'm not completely sober. I'm high, true. So it's like true. High history.
High history.
Quinn's high history.
Ooh. But...
that might be better than History Corner. I think we have a news title for the segment.
Quinn's History Corner.
Oh my God! The sleeping man has woken up.
What?
Change the intro. Change the title of the segment. I like this. I might stay awake.
Okay. But yeah, like the whole like Scientology like misrepresenting L Ron Hubbard's actual like abilities or resume is like a long standing thing, and it's not just like the military thing. Like it's like a shit ton of stuff about his life. Like they claim that like he could ride a horse bareback at 3 years old. And I think like standing up too for some reason, like he could like fire an arrow from like the back of a horse or fire a gun from the back of the horse when he was like 5 years old. Like they have like
he just stands up on it like Legolas.
Honest to God, like they like make him out to be like this like superhuman like person that just like from the time he was born to the time he died, he was just like doing incredible shit all the time. But when you look at like the actual history like of like what like everyone said about him, they're like, he was a dick. Like he's just a gigantic dick. Like all of his like his ex-wives and like people like that knew him, like his bosses and like people who worked with him are like, yeah, he was just like a big fucking arrogant dick. And so it's kind of funny that like yeah,
it was in Japan that stuff happened, not Panama. But
okay. So very
opened
far
fire
from Japan or from Panama
yeah.
Then.
No. Actually, no. He says Hubbard opens fire near Mexico.
Oh, okay.
So he was trying to find Japanese submarines in Mexico. It was just like, wow. Yeah, like so they said disregarded orders by having the vessel under his command, conducting a gunnery practice without proper authority, and disregarded orders by authorizing in Mexican territorial meters without proper authority. The above led to the receipt of a complaint against the vessel
in
under
another
command.
Country, just like firing up guns off in the air, just like woo, I'm American,
woo,
and like he's like he
didn't get like
everybody
baby.
On that. He's like he did get everybody on that ship killed, right? Like
yeah.
They could have just like fuck this guy, kill him,
nuke, or they just could have sent a ballistic missile. Like they probably have submarines, or they had some sort of like area or like coastal,
and maybe he was
defense.
like just trying to provoke them into doing it. Like who the fuck knows? Like he was a dick.
Yep.
He's
a fucking asshole.
And then he wrote some science fiction, and then he
Dianetics, right?
Well, no, and then he wrote Dianetics, and then he wrote like basically Scientology from Dianetics. Like It's funny because like Parks and Rec has this. It's really funny because Dianetics is supposed to be about kind of like, like there's this energy in your body that you're trying to get rid of and like all this stuff. And then of course like when you get deeper into Scientology, it's about like an alien named like fucking Zoltar or whatever.
Zoltar.
I can't remember. I can't remember what it is.
Zugar or something like that.
Yeah, it's something fucking ridiculous. And
it's like if you just close your eyes and like just put your finger on like a word in a science fiction novel, it'd probably be something similar to that.
Yeah, exactly. But like, so you find out this thing, and in Parks and Rec, they have this joke that like this guy, there's like these people that believe like the end of the year is going to come every single year at the park, and like they always rent it, and like they always go, and Ron sells them flutes because flutes play into their religion. Like they celebrate flutes in their religion, or they like flute play in their religion. So he sells them hand carved wooden flutes, and they always write him checks because like they think that they won't be cashed because like they think the world's gonna end. But their religion was started by a man who wrote an office organizational manual. Like it was like home organization, and then like this it was like the first volume was like home organization, but it didn't really pick up until the second volume, All Hail Zorg. Because it's just like it jumps from like, and like it's funny because that's exactly what Scientology is, right? It jumps from this like practical idea of like ridding yourself of like this specific kind of negativity and like embracing higher forms of energy,
photons and
shit,
it
goes
right?
into this like crazy batshit like nightmare scape, and it's so funny. It's the same in Parks and Rec. It's like he'll melt the flesh from your faces.
I also wanted to talk to you about something that I saw recently about this is gonna get a little.
You gotta hurry. You got 45 seconds.
Oh shit! I'm not gonna be able to get through this.
Save it.
Basically, I'm just gonna save it for the next episode.
Next topic. Yeah,
it's gonna be a rough one. It's gonna get a little political, but not too political. I don't know why. I don't know.
Yeah, but anyway,
I don't know. History and
L Ron
politics
Hubbard,
go hand in hand.
Lying dick, just blowhard asshole, firing.
And Tom Cruise's best friend.
Yeah, something like that. Although, like, I think I don't think Tom Cruise ever met him because L Ron Hubbard's dead. But I think
I think he did. He said he met
David
him
Miscavige or whatever his name is, or David Miscavige or whatever.
Miscavige,
yeah. He's a fucking lunatic.
Anyway, if everybody has a chance, go see the Louis Theroux documentary.
Any documentary on Scientology, to be honest. Anyway, that's the end of the topic. Thank you everybody for listening to this. Thank you to Christo Graham for the use of our theme music.
Christo Graham, yeah.
I've been trying to like trick you, like to trick you into when I'm gonna say it, like so that you have to like be on your toes to say the Christo Graham thing. Like sometimes one day I might just say it twice. Like, thank you to Christo Graham for the use of our theme music.
Christo Graham, yeah.
See, you weren't as on your toes on that one. You gotta stay focused. You gotta stay focused.
Stay alert.
We are part of the Woodolph Shark Network with two other great shows. One is Dave Franco's Dream Boys. The other is Durf and Dietz, which is a show out of Eastern Canada. It's two like lifelong friends just chatting, talking about fucked up shit.
Shooting the shit. It's a lot like our show, actually.
It is. It's very similar.
More stories, though.
Yeah, more stories, less idiocy. Well, I mean, it's kind of like a different kind of idiocy. We're all a little bit idiots on the Woodolph Shark Network, and I think they would agree. But you can go to thejupiterboys.com, get old episodes, and probably one day merch there. And then I'm at the Jupiter Boys on Twitter.
I'm at Quinn Jupiter.
And then you can shoot those nuts
straight down your gullets. Yeah, baby.
Woodolph Shark.